Okay, hello everyone. We are back here for this round 2 of this modern league. Playing green white Bogles, ley line in the main. We've got our savage swipes as well to help take down the bogeys of the format, and we're just coming off a win against Dredge. So heading right on into round 2 here, and we're going to really test this deck out. Okay, we have found our opponent. Also, I mucked about with the recording resolution also, everyone. Please let me know if it looks better, because I was looking back on some of my own old videos. This sounds good, we're going to keep it. Looking back on some of my own videos, and the resolution was a little bit poor. We're going to go ahead and lead off on our fetch land here. Actually, given we got Savage Swipe in hand, I think the correct line was lead off on Forest, so we could fetch this into a Plains in the event of versing Ponza. But we do have the Savage Swipe in hand for Ponza as the matchup. Alright, Sakatu Tribe Scout. Alright, so Savage Swipe is going to be really good here as well. I'm going to go ahead and fetch this one. This is a Titan deck, by the way. Fetch this one into a Plains. Then we'll play out our Grisboon utilizing the Plains. Savage Swipe on the Temple Garden. Get rid of their Tribe Scout here and hit them for 4. So yeah, really good line here. Yep, pretty happy with that. Great tempo. Alright, next turn, we'll see what we draw, but obviously play Spirit Dancer, Grisboon on the Spirit Dancer. We will see what our opponent does. Hopefully that slowed them down quite a bit, because these Titan decks can be very fast. Alright, so we slowed them down at least a turn. And I'm just going to go ahead and play this core Spirit Dancer. I know we drew the Daybreak Coronet. We could just go in on the Scout there. But I'm going to go ahead and equip up this core Spirit Dancer. Look for a little bit of a quicker clock. Alright, top of our library looks pretty good too. It's another Coronet. Straight into hand. Let's see what our opponent does. Alright, just a Dryad of Elysian Grove. No mana ramp there. They do get to play a land this turn. But we definitely did slow them down. Alright, and we draw a Glade Cover Scout just now. So here we got to decide which creature we want to go in on. I think for the sake of this turn, we're going to go in on core Spirit Dancer, and next turn we can go in on the Scout. Alright, so Leyline's not going to be the best there. I think we leave this other Scout in a hand as well, in case Engineered Explosives line. But yeah, hit our opponent down to 4, and if they, if they get a Primeval Titan, get the Valakut triggers, it shouldn't be enough to both kill core Spirit Dancer and us. It's probably just take out core Spirit Dancer and whatever else. And then we can just fly for victory next turn. So I think this is a pretty darn good example of Savage Swipe really flexing its power here. They would have had a turn 2 Dryad of Elysian Grove this match, and instead they're getting it out on their turn. They got it out on their turn 3, and Primeval Titans on turn 4. So we've made our opponent a whole turn slower just by using Savage Swipe there. Where Path to Exile still would have ramped our opponent, and we would have just saved it for Dryad. And then, yeah. I guess, Path on Dryad's not a bad thing, really. But yeah, our opponent can get like double Valakut here, and then do what, 4 triggers on core Spirit Dancer? I think that's the way it will work. Or they can. They don't have Amulet Titan in play, so it doesn't come into play on tap. So Valakut Radiant Fountain, and then just, why are they shooting that? They've got a land in hand they're gonna play, obviously. Okay. We can put him with 1. That's not going to quite be enough unless we draw a green aura. Dang. So this attack for 4, attack for 5. It's basically the same. Damn, this basic forest in our deck, which was also in our starting hand, is come back to haunt us a little bit here. So yeah, we'll attack him for 5. Leave the scout as a chump blocker on the Dryad because it will stop 1 more damage than it will stop the prime time. Hope all of that is good enough. We are on 27, so we're at a pretty comfortable life total here. Alright, he's attacking with Primeval Titan. I don't think it's going to be worth us blocking with the scout. Alright, so 6 triggers by 3 is 18 damage. Think. So we block because 1 land in hand would have us dead off of... Oh, we're dead to 1 land in hand anyway because he's got 3 Valakits. So I think we just lose. Alright. We have got our opponent to 1 like twice, so you know, that's pretty cool. Not quite good enough. Yep. So, going on to sideboarding, we're going to remove these ley lines. We're going to bring in our creature destruction and our force of vigors, which will deal with both the Dryad of Lycian Grove and the amulets. Outside of that, I don't think we want anything there. And as for cards to take out, we probably want to take out... Oh, yikes, this is hard. Maybe a land. Alright, we'll just bring in... I'll take out 1 Savage Swipe. It's between that and the Force of Vigor, but Force of Vigor is so good against the Amulet. Just blow it up. Alright, hand looks very good. We're going to keep it. So in all versing, we can lead on Temple Garden, lead on Windswept Teeth into Temple Garden. Play out our scout. Probably, unless they do a turn 1 amulet or tribe scout, we can do a turn 2 Cool Spirit Dancer and not get punished. Alright, there's the tribe scout. So it's possible for our opponent to... No, it's not possible for them to blow up the Spirit Dancer next turn. I'm going to go ahead and play this, and then I'm going to attack with the Scout. And if they want to trade it, I'd be extremely surprised. Especially given we just showed Spirit Dancer. Yep, alright. So we get 1 point of damage through for free there. Then we're going to look to get the Totem Armor on our Core Spirit Dancer, and then we'll make a decision as to whether or not to hold up Path or to potentially cast Daybreak Coronet, land permitting. This is irritating me slightly. Alright, so land into play. What's the bet? This is a Dryad of Lycian Grove. Yep, alright, there he is. Alright, and they're bouncing Cavern of Souls, yep. Oh, Savage Swipe is absolutely brilliant. That way we don't give our opponent land. Oh, we draw a Rancor too. Oh, that's pretty good. I think we just have to go for the safe line though. Oh wait, we can't. Path that. We could attack, and if he blocks, we could fight it post-combat. We could attack with the scout as well, and guarantee some sort of damage through. I think that's okay. That or it's like play Rancor and gamble, but I don't really like that against Titan decks. I think this is fine. Yep. Alright, so we deal the damage. Second main, we'll just deal with this Dryad of Elysian Grove and pass the turn. Alright, now they should be at least one more turn. Oh, actually, they can get a Primeval Titan out this turn. If they've got double land and Primeval Titan, they can do that. Alright, so they've got the Cavern in hand, so they're going for an Explorer, alright? Maybe they don't have Prime Time in hand. That line does lose out pretty hard to Force of Vigor as well, by the way, guys. This is potentially a risky line, depending on how many Force of Vigors our opponent brought it in. But at the same time, if he'd done Force of Vigor, like block, Core Spirit Dance, or Force of Vigor, we could have pathed in response, so it was okay at the same time. Yep, so Explosives on 1. Okay, we draw land. So here I think we attack for 3. If our opponent pops Engineered Explosives, we can post-combat go in on Rancor Daybreak. Alright. They did not. So I think we go for Rancor anyway. I don't know, maybe that's wrong. Okay, they let Rancor resolve. Okay, Rancor resolved. We're just going to pass to our opponent now. Hold up Path to Exile. Yeah, they can put their Cavern into play, that's fine. Oh, and now they can pop the Explosives now? Okay. So our opponent mustn't have known the interaction of Rancor just being in the graveyard forever there. So we just got... Okay, they just slow rolling it. I suppose that's reasonable as well. Alright, so no Amulet. They've gone for the Summoner's Pact here. Into Primeval Titan. We'll let the lands enter, and then afterwards we'll, in his end step, path this Primeval Titan. You could always bounce one of his forests here, and then play it with the Tribe Scout, and have it come into play untapped, then Engineered Explosives. He's not played a land for this turn either, so yeah, bounce land, bounce any land really. Any land that comes in untapped, which is most of what's on the board. 4 of his lands do. Alright, so they have fetched Field of the Dead and Gruul Turf, and they might just value bounce a bounce land with the Gruul Turf here. Alright, they've bounced a bounce land, which means they can't Explosives. Unless they had basic land in hand. We get an extra zombie there. It's not going to matter. We've got trample. We've got flying. We've got a lot of flying now. We might just have the kill here. Yep. Alright, so that's enough damage to kill our opponent. If they've got one Nature's Claim, we're fine. If they've got Force of Vigor, we're fine. We don't get the win through a Nature's Claim, actually. I'm just playing around the explosives here slightly in case he had another basic land. Into play at instant speed. It's not looking that way. Alright. Oh, okay, so they do have the explosives. Wait, what? Where'd they get... Oh, Submit Growth Chamber tapped for 2 mana. I'm a damn fool. Okay. That is fine. That's that off the board. We can go in on the scout now. Nothing wrong with our opponent quad blocking here. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Alright, so that's out of the way. We can now play out our Slippery Bogle from hand. We've got plenty of Rancors and a Griffspoon to go in on next turn. And I think we just get the Forest here. We've got a Rancor to utilize the mana anyway. Take 1 point of damage there. Past our opponent. And this should be pretty good for us to have a very good next turn. We got 3 auras, totaling 4 mana in hand, and we got 4 mana on the board that can play it all. He can attack for 8. It's not going to be enough to kill us. And then we just fly over the top for... we got an extra 6 in hand. Just fly over the top for 9. Gaining 9 life. So we got them on the 2-turn clock. If we draw an Ethereal Armor, we might be able to speed that up. Although with our Fetch Forest, maybe that was a little bit loose from me. Transmuting Talaria West. Is it Summoner's Pact or another Explosives? It's another Explosives, so that's just very irritating. Play for 1. He's got 2 Explosives. That is just not fair. God damn it. It's almost worth blocking here. I don't know. I think we just lose. Guess we could have done something. I don't know. Alright. If he, for some reason, pops his explosives here prematurely, we can block out with Daybreak Coronet. Alright. Well, that's not quite going to be good enough, is it? Yeah, second Explosives, Absolute Wrecking Ball. Alright. We are dead to tokens. It doesn't really matter, like, our opponent's just got it here. I don't think they're going to misplay popping explosives in response to us attacking. So we got the loss to Amulet Titan there. Those were 2 pretty narrow losses. I think we were definitely good to still... We were definitely deserving to steal at least 1 game there. Whether or not we won game 3 on the... draw was another thing, another matter together. But yeah, lost that one. So we're going to end that video there, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and comment down below, which will also help out with the YouTube algorithms. If you're new to the channel and want to see daily Bogles content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications. Thanks, and see you all tomorrow.